Hi passionate Rangers FC fans, welcome to Rangers Update, your dedicated source for all things Rangers. Before we dive in, we want to express our gratitude for your unwavering support. If you bleed blue, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and let's strengthen our community. Now let's get into the latest updates. A hearty welcome to our new followers. Your backing means the world to us. Let's get to the news. Business is picking up at Ibrox, and you can feel the energy shifting across Glasgow as Rangers dive headfirst into the summer rebuild. It's not just wee tweaks here and there. This is a full-scale reshaping of the squad, and the latest move tells you everything about the club's ambitions under Russell Martin. The midfield has been crying out for a bit of steel creativity and someone who can genuinely dictate the tempo. And now, with terms agreed for a new high-profile signing, that key area looks set to receive a massive injection of quality. It's a statement, pure and simple. Rangers are building not just for the now but for a proper charge across all competitions this coming season. The club have been busy behind the scenes laying the groundwork for what's shaping up to be one of the most active transfer windows in recent memory. With Russell Martin taking the reins as head coach, the identity of this Rangers side is about to undergo a serious transformation. He's not coming to tread water. He's brought his own staff a new set of ideas and a blueprint that clearly has the full backing of the board. And that backing's starting to show. The deals getting done, the players being targeted. It's all pointing towards a long-term vision. This isn't panic buying or patching holes. This is methodical, purposeful recruitment. And right at the heart of it is the midfield, that engine room that in recent years has seen a few players come and go, but has perhaps lacked that bit of identity and consistency. Since the retirement of club legend Stephen Davis, Rangers have felt the void: experience, calm under pressure, leadership, and a wee bit of guile. All the things you want in the middle of the park have been missing. Now, with a new face set to walk through the door, there's genuine hope that those qualities are returning. The name on everyone's lips right now is Joe Rothwell, a lad with pedigree, experience in English football, and someone Russell Martin knows well from their previous stint together. That familiarity can't be understated. A manager bringing in a player he's worked with before means trust, means understanding, and means he knows exactly what this lad brings to the table. Rothwell, who spent last season on loan at Leeds United, played a huge role in helping them earn promotion back to the Premier League. 36 appearances, plenty of solid performances, and a knack for carrying the ball through the middle of the park with real authority. Now he's on his way to Ibrox, reportedly on a permanent deal with a 2-year contract ready and waiting. He's not coming in as a prospect or a squad filler. This is someone expected to slot straight into the starting 11, bring experience, composure, and a different dynamic to the way Rangers play. And when you look at the kind of midfield Russell Martin likes, high tempo, technically sharp, comfortable under pressure, Rothwell fits the bill perfectly. He's a traditional number 8, but with that modern twist. Comfortable driving forward, capable of picking a pass, and with a real engine on him. He's not the kind of midfielder that hides. He wants the ball, demands it even, and that's exactly what Rangers have been crying out for. The Ibrox crowd, they love a player who gets stuck in, but also plays with his head up. Rothwell seems to tick those boxes, and it's not just Rothwell. There's a bigger picture here. This signing is part of a broader strategy, a wider rebuild that's not just about adding numbers, but about adding the right kind of players. Players who understand the demands of playing for a club like Rangers, players who can handle the pressure, and players who can deliver when it matters most. The addition of Max Aarons earlier in the window also raised eyebrows, and it's no coincidence that he comes from Bournemouth. There's a clear recruitment link being built, and Russell Martin seems to be tapping into a pool of talent he knows well and trusts. Behind the scenes, the coaching setup is also evolving. Sal Bibo looks set to join the backroom staff as the new goalkeeping coach. He's coming off a stint at Sheffield Wednesday, and before that, he was at Arsenal. Not a bad CV at all, with longtime coach Colin Stewart moving on earlier in the year, and club legend Alan McGregor stepping in temporarily. There's been a bit of flux in that department. Bibo's arrival should bring some stability and fresh ideas aligning with the new coaching direction Martin is bringing in. Speaking of the backroom staff, there's also been some movement with Ismail Harawi, who has now left the club after joining earlier in the year. By all accounts, the parting was amicable. He had a good conversation with Russell Martin and Kevin, and it was mutually agreed that it was best to move on. He's since taken up a managerial role in Belgium, showing the caliber of professionals who've been involved at Ibrox in recent times. Now, while the focus has been on rivals, there's also a significant departure on the horizon. Hamza Igamane, a standout performer last season with 16 goals in all competitions, looks set for a move to League One side. Lille reports from Morocco suggest a deal has been struck between the two clubs, and it's now just a matter of time before the transfer is officially confirmed. It's never easy to lose a player like that, especially one who gave fans such memorable moments, like that winner at Celtic Park back in March. But football moves quickly, and this transfer could bring in a sizable fee to help fuel further reinforcements. The reported figure sits somewhere around £15 million, with Rangers set to bank just over $10 million after a sell-in clause due to his former club Far Rabbit. While it's tough to see him go, the financial return will be crucial in giving Russell Martin the resources he needs to keep pushing forward with the rebuild. Igamane's exit will leave a gap, no doubt, but if there's one thing this window has shown so far, it's that Rangers aren't standing still. They're acting quickly, decisively, and with a plan. The squad is changing, evolving, and slowly beginning to take on the shape of a Russell Martin team, one that values possession, tempo, and attacking intent. And the fans, they're watching closely. They've seen transfer windows come and go, they've heard promises before. But there's something about this summer that feels different. The signings, the staff changes, the sheer activity, it all points to a club that's finally moving in one direction with clarity and purpose. The countdown to the new season is well and truly on. Pre-season training is set to begin, fixtures are just around the corner, and the anticipation is building. Rangers supporters want to believe in the team, in the manager, in the project, and if the opening weeks of this transfer window are anything to go by, they've got every reason to feel optimistic. This is a new chapter, a new squad, a new direction. And as Rangers continue to shape their future, every move, every signing, every decision takes on added significance. This is not just another summer at Ibrox. This feels like the beginning of something big, and if ye thought the action at Ibrox was slowing down, think again. The gears are grinding, the calls are being made, and Russell Martin's got his foot firmly on the gas. There's no time to waste in Glasgow. Not when you're trying to build a squad capable of challenging for every bit of silverware on offer. Rangers aren't looking to just compete next season, they're looking to dominate. And to do that, the club knows that every new signing has to not just raise the quality, but raise the standard. The dressing room's changing, old faces are moving on, new ones coming in. And that fresh energy could be exactly what this team's been missing. One thing that's been made clear is that Martin wants players who fit his mold, technically sharp, tactically aware, and mentally tough. He's not interested in passengers or big names living off past glories. He wants grafters, lads who'll press high, recover the ball quickly, and play with tempo. That kind of identity has been missing in patches, and it's cost Rangers at key moments in the past few seasons. But with every passing day, the pieces are starting to come together. You can see the style taking shape, and fans are starting to believe there's a proper footballing philosophy brewing at Ibrox. Now there's also been talk about what this means for the rest of the midfield group. With Rothwell coming in and others being linked, there's going to be competition for places, no doubt about it. And that's exactly what you want at a club of this size. Complacency can't be allowed to creep in. Every training session should feel like a battle for a starting shirt, and when match day rolls around, those who get the nod need to know they've earned it. That sort of internal competition drives standards up, and it's been far too long since Rangers had a midfield packed with options that forced each other to stay sharp. Some younger players might see this as a challenge, but others will see it as an opportunity. Martin's already shown he's not afraid to give chances to emerging talent as long as they're ready and willing to take it. The pathway's there, it's up to them to grab it. And with a few of the senior heads either departing or winding down their careers, this could be the moment for someone to step up and carve their name into the Ibrox story. Beyond the midfield, there's still plenty of speculation surrounding other areas of the pitch. The backline has been solid in spells, but depth has been a concern. Injuries last season exposed some real weaknesses, and it's expected that Rangers will continue to explore options for defensive reinforcements. There's no room for excuses. This time round, the squad has to be built to withstand a full campaign across multiple competitions. Whether it's domestic battles, European nights, or cup ties, the demand is relentless. And Martin knows that. That's why these early moves in the transfer window matter so much. They set the tone, they establish momentum. And when the rest of the league sees Rangers getting their business done early, it sends a message. This isn't a rebuild being done in panic. It's calculated, it's deliberate, and it's clearly being done with a long-term plan in mind. Fans are starting to notice the change in approach. There's more transparency, more structure, and more confidence coming from the boardroom to the pitch. Let's not forget the emotional side of it all either. Players like Igamain, who gave everything for the shirt, are moving on. And while it's tough to see them go, it's also part of football. The club's history is filled with great talents who've come, made their mark, and moved on. What matters is how the club reinvests that money and ensures the next generation is just as impactful. If the rumored fee for Igamain is accurate, it could be one of the biggest sales in recent memory. And that sort of windfall, even after the cut due to sell-in clauses, can make a massive difference in strengthening the squad. It's also a test for the recruitment team. Fans have seen money wasted in past windows, and that's still fresh in people's minds. There's no appetite for short-term fixes or panic buys anymore. Every player brought in has to be someone who can contribute from the get-go. The margin for error is slim, especially with the title race expected to be tighter than ever. Celtic won't stand still either, and the pressure to get everything right is immense. But that's part of life at Rangers. The expectations are sky high, and that's exactly how it should be. Even the mood around the training ground has shifted. Players arriving early for sessions, staff working around the clock, and a sense of urgency that wasn't always visible last season. Russell Martin's already made it clear that standards are non-negotiable. If you're not willing to give everything, you won't last. That sort of mentality is infectious. It spreads through the dressing room into the stands and becomes part of the club's identity. The phrase "playing for the badge" gets thrown around a lot, but at Rangers, it actually means something. The fans demand passion, commitment, and results. And they've got every right to. The upcoming weeks will be crucial. Pre-season matches will give us the first real glimpse of how this new-look squad functions on the pitch. It's one thing to train well, but another to perform under the lights in front of a crowd. With the pressure on, every player will be under the microscope, not just the new signings, but those returning from loan spells. Academy graduates trying to break through, and even the established names looking to keep their place. The coaching staff will be watching closely. They'll be looking for combinations, chemistry, and clarity in roles. Martin's teams in the past have always played a particular brand of football. Possession-based front foot with an emphasis on transitions that requires intelligent players who understand space, movement, and timing. It's not a system you can bluff your way through. You either get it or you get left behind. For the fans, it's an exciting time. They've been through the highs and lows, the title wins and the near misses. And they know better than most how quickly things can change in football. But right now, there's genuine belief that Rangers are building something that could last. Not just a squad to win the next match, but a team that can compete consistently, challenge at the highest level, and restore the club's place at the top of Scottish football and beyond. There will be more twists to come in this transfer window, that's a guarantee. But if the early moves are anything to go by, Rangers are well on their way to being ready for the battles ahead. The focus now is on preparation, integration, and execution. The season's coming fast, and there's no time to waste. Ibrox is waking up, the banners are being dusted off, and the pitch is being primed for a new era. One where Russell Martin leads the charge, the players fight for every inch, and the fans dare to dream once more. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. There's been a growing murmur echoing through the corridors of Ibrox, and it's starting to get hard to ignore. Word is Connor COADY, the experienced center half with a wealth of Premier League and international experience under his belt, is on the verge of making the move north to join Rangers. Nothing's been confirmed, of course. These things rarely are until the scarf's in the air and the shirt's been held up for the cameras. But several well-placed whispers suggest that COADY's name has been heavily discussed behind closed doors in Govan, and if the move does materialize, it could be one of the biggest coups of the summer. What makes this one all the more intriguing isn't just COADY's defensive prowess, though with his reading of the game and organizational skills, he'd bring a solid spine to the back line. It's the leadership qualities he's long been praised for that might just shake things up even further at Rangers. Some are already speculating that the armband could be in question should he arrive, with James Tavernier's future at the club not as clear-cut as fans would like. The arrival of a figure like COADY could signal a changing of the guard. He's captained Wolves through promotion, stabilized them in the Premier League, and worn the armband for England on more than one occasion. That sort of pedigree doesn't go unnoticed in Glasgow, where leaders are expected to bleed blue and gold. Michael Beale, or whoever's calling the shots in the dugout come the start of the new season, might just see COADY as the man to bring not just stability at the back, but a new voice in the dressing room. And while it's still early days, and transfer windows are nothing if not unpredictable, this one's got a bit of weight behind it, whether it's just idle chatter or something more concrete. It's fair to say the very thought of COADY in a Rangers shirt is stirring the pot. For now, though, it's just a rumor. But in football, we all know how quickly rumors can become reality. Greetings, fans! Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC, and don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.